Welcome back. Welcome back to another weekly Friday book reading of it starts with us. This week we are reading most likely chapter 9 and 10. I believe the chapters have been really short, so we've been doing 2 at a time. So unless chapter 9 happens to be really long, we're most likely going to do 9 and 10. Both of them today. I recently got into it. Like the last, I think, 2 videos I've gotten into it. I wasn't into it, but now I'm into it, and I can't stop thinking about it. So let's get into it. Okay, per usual, chapter 9 is in Atlas's point of view. Let me see a picture, Theo says. He's sitting on the back steps watching me pick up shattered glass and several bags of trash from the 3rd incident, which occurred last night. Brad called this morning to let me know Bibbs was hit again. He and Theo met me here to clean it up, even though I told him not to worry about coming. I hate when my employees have to show up for anything on the only day of the week we're closed. I don't have a picture of her, I say to Theo. So she's ugly. I toss the bust of glass into the dumpster. She's gorgeous and way out of my league. Ugly would still be out of your league, he deadpans. She doesn't have social media. She does, but it's set to private. You aren't her friend on anything. Facebook, Instagram. Do you even have a Snapchat? What do you know about Snapchat? You don't even have a phone. I have my ways, he says. His dad comes back outside with the trash bag. He holds it open and we start throwing some of the scattered garbage in it while Theo remains on the steps. Oh, I would help, but I just took a shower, he says. Really real for that. You showered yesterday, Brad says. Yeah, and I'm still clean. Theo focuses on me again. Do you have social media? No, I don't have time for that. Then how do you know her stuff is set to private? I've occasionally attempted to look her up online, and as much as I don't want to admit that, I'm not sure that there's a person on this planet who hasn't done a few Google searches on people from their past. I've looked her up before. You have to have a profile and follow her to see her stuff. So make a profile and follow her, Theo says. I swear sometimes you make things harder than they need to be. It's complicated. She has an ex-husband who doesn't like me, and if he saw that we were friends online, it might become an issue for her. Why doesn't he like you? Theo asks. We got into a fight. Here at the restaurant, actually. I say, nudging my head toward the building. Theo's eyebrows lift slightly. Seriously? Like a real fight? Brad straightens up. Wait, that guy was Lily's husband? I thought you knew that, I say. None of us knew who he was, or why you were fighting him. That was the only time we've ever seen you kick someone out of the restaurant, though. Makes so much sense now. I guess that this is the first time I've talked about it since it happened. I remember I left for the night right after that fight with Ryle, so no one had a chance to ask me about it. When I came back to work the following Monday, people could probably read my mood and see that I still didn't want to talk about it. What did you get into a fight about? Theo asks. I glance at Brad because he's aware of what Lily went through. Lily told him and Darren at my house, but Brad looks like he's leaving it up to me whether or not I'm honest with Theo. I usually am about almost anything, but it's not my place to share Lily's business. I don't remember, I mutter. I do think this could be a good teaching moment with Theo about how never to treat a partner, but it's a part of Lily's life and I don't feel comfortable talking about it without her present. It's also a part of her life I shouldn't have intervened with, even though I wouldn't take it back if given the chance. As immature as my reaction might have been that night when I hit Ryle, I was holding back. I wanted to do more than just punch him. I had never been that angry at another human, not even my mother or stepfather, not even Lily's father. It's one thing to dislike someone for how they treat me, but it's entirely different kind of anger when the person I admire the most in the world is mistreated. My phone begins to buzz in my pocket. I quickly pull it out and see that Lily is attempting to return my FaceTime FaceTime from an hour ago. She was driving and said she would call me when she got home. We've exchanged several texts since our chat on Friday, but I've been anxious to talk to her face to face again. Is that her? Theo asks, perking up. I nod and try to pass him on the steps, but he stands up and follows me into the restaurant. Seriously, I ask, facing him. I want to see what she looks like. I have to answer it before I miss the call, so I slide my finger across the screen while trying to shut Theo outside. I'll screenshot it for you. Go help your dad. The video connects and Theo is still trying to push his way inside. Hey, I say, smiling at Lily on the screen. Hey, she says. Let me see, Theo whispers, snaking his arm around the door in an attempt to snatch my phone. Give me a second, Lily. I hold the phone to my chest so that she can't see anything, and then I open the back door far enough to press my palm against Theo's face. I guide him back down to the top step. Brad, get your child. Theo, come here, Brad says. Help me with this. Theo's shoulders slump, but he finally relents and turns toward his father. But I'm clean, he mumbles. I close the door and pull the phone away from my chest. Lily is laughing. What was that? Nothing. I walk to my office and close and lock the door for privacy. How was your day? I take a seat on the couch. Good. We just got back from lunch with my mother and her boyfriend. Went to a little sandwich shop on Borden. It was cute. How is your mother? We haven't talked about her parents at all, other than her mentioning her father passed away. She's really good, Lily says. She's been dating a guy named Rob. He makes her happy, although it's a little weird seeing her giddy over a man. I like him though. She lives in Boston now. Yeah, she moved here after my father died to be closer to me. That's good. I'm glad you have family here. What about you? Does your uncle still live in Boston? My uncle? Oh, I did tell her that. I squeeze the back of my neck and wince. My uncle? I can't remember the exact lie I told her back then. It's been so long. My uncle died when I was 9, Lily. Her eyebrows winkle in confusion. No, you moved in with an uncle when you were 18. It's why you left. I sigh, wishing I could go back and redo most of our time together back then, and the things I told her or failed to tell her in order to spare her feelings. But wouldn't we all go back if we could redo our teenage years? I lied to you. I didn't have an uncle in Boston at the time. What? She's still shaking her head, trying to make it make sense. She doesn't seem angry though, more confused than anything. Then who did you go live with? No one. I couldn't keep sneaking in your bedroom forever. I knew it wouldn't end well, and other than you, there was nothing in that town that could help me better my situation. Boston had shelters and resources. I told you my uncle was still alive so you wouldn't worry about me. Lily's head falls back onto her headboard and she closes her eyes for a bit. Atlas. She says my name with sympathy. When she opens her eyes again, it looked like she's attempting not to tear up. I don't know what to say. I thought you had family. I'm sorry. I lied. I wasn't trying to be malicious. I just wanted to spare. Don't apologize, she says, interrupting me. You did the right thing. Winter was about to hit and you might not have survived in that house. She wipes at a tear. I couldn't imagine how hard it was for you, moving to Boston at that age with nothing. No one. It worked out, I say, flashing a grin. It all worked out. I'm attempting to pull her out of a mood I just sunk her in. Don't think about where we used to be. Just think about where we are. She smiles. Where are you right now? Is that your office? It is. I spin the phone around so she can get a glimpse of it. It's small, just a couch and a computer, but I'm rarely in here. I spend most of my time in the kitchen. Are you at Bibbs? Yeah, both restaurants are closed on Sundays. I'm just cleaning up. I can't wait to visit Gorgon's. Is that where we're going on our date next Saturday? I laugh. No way am I bringing you to either of my restaurants on a date. The people I work with are too curious about my personal life. She grins, funny because I'm curious about your personal life too. I'm an open book for you. What do you want to know? She contemplates that for several seconds and then comes back with, I want to know who the people in your life are. You didn't really have any when we were teenagers, but you're an adult now with businesses and friends and a whole life I know very little about. Who are your people, Atlas Corrigan? I don't know how to respond to that with anything but laughter. She doesn't smile in return though, which makes me think she's asking the question more out of concern for me than curiosity. I look at her gently, hoping to ease some of that worry. I have friends, I say. Some of them you met a while back at my house. I don't have family, but it's not a void I feel. I like my career and my life. I pause, then say something completely honest. I'm happy, if that's what you're wondering. I see the corner of her mouth lift. Good. I was always curious about where you ended up. I tried to find you on social media, but I didn't have any luck. That makes me laugh considering Theo and I just had this conversation. I don't use social media much. If I told her I'd use it every day if her pages weren't private, Theo might say that confession would scare her off. I have profiles for the restaurant, but 2 of my employees manage them. I let my head fall back against the couch. I'm too busy for it. I downloaded TikTok a few months ago, but that was a mistake. Sucked me in for hours one night and I missed a meeting the next morning. I deleted the app later that day. Lily laughs. I would do just about anything to watch you make TikTok videos. Never gonna happen. Lily's attention is stolen away for a moment, and then she starts to lift up on her bed, but pauses. Hold on a second, I need to set my phone down. She drops the phone, but I don't think she realizes it catches on something and flips so that it's at an angle. The camera is on her, and I see her adjust Emerson from one breast to another. Oh goodness. It's only a few seconds, almost too quick for me to realize what's happening before it's over. I don't think she meant for the camera to be pointed at her. When she notices the phone, her eyes go wide for a second, and then the screen goes black as soon as her hand meets it. When it's pointed at her face again, she's covering her eyes with displayed fingers. I am so sorry. For what? I think I just flashed you. You did, but it's not something you should apologize for. I should thank you. She laughs, appearing to appreciate that comment. Nothing you haven't seen before, she says with an adorably embarrassed shrug. She adjusts a pillow under her arm she's using to hold Emerson while she breastfeeds. I'm trying to wean her since she's about to turn 1. We were down to once a day, but Sundays are hard because I'm with her all day. She scrunches up her nose. I'm sorry, I doubt you want to know breastfeeding details. I can't think of a single subject you could discuss that would bore me. Oh, I bet I can think of one before a date, she says, treating my comment like a challenge. She glances away from her phone screen. I can't see Emerson, but I can tell Lily's looking down at her because she gets this smile on her face that I only see when she's talking about or looking at her daughter. It's a smile born from pride, and one of my favorite expressions to see flash across Lily's face. She's falling asleep. Lily whispers, I should go. Yeah, I should probably go too. I don't want to leave Brad and Theo to clean up the majority of the damage outside without me. I might call you later tonight if that's okay, Lily says. Of course it is. I remember that Theo said about wanting to see a picture of Lily, so before the call ends, I take a screenshot. Oh my god, it sent a notification. It makes an obvious screenshot noise, and Lily tilts her head curiously. Did you just take a... I wanted a picture of you. I say quickly. Bye, Lily. Oh my god, they're so cute. I end the call before I let myself be too embarrassed by that. I had no idea it would make that noise and that she would be able to hear it. Theo better appreciate this. I open my office door to find Brad sweeping the kitchen. I'm confused because the kitchen is cleaned after closing and the damage done to the restaurant overnight was contained to the outside. Did they not clean the floors last night? Kitchen's fine. I'm just pretending to sweep, he says. Brad clocks the confusion on my face, so he elaborates. I wanted Theo to have to clean up most of the mess outside since he hates doing it so much. It's a dad thing. Oh, makes sense. It makes no sense, but I leave Brad to fake sweep and head back outside. Theo is grimacing as he uses his thumb and index finger to barely lift a piece of trash. This is so gross. gross, he mutters, dropping it into the bag. You need to hire a private security guard or something. This is getting out of hand. That's not a bad idea. I hold my phone in front of Theo's face so he can see the picture of Lily I just screenshotted. He pulls his neck back, surprised. That's Lily. That's Lily. I slide my phone into my pocket and take a trash bag from Theo. That explains it. He drops down onto the top step. Explains what? Why you get so tongue-tied around her and say the stupid stuff you say. I disagree with his belief that the things I say to her are stupid, but he's right about one thing. She's so beautiful. I do sometimes feel tongue-tied around her. I can't wait until you start dating, I say. I'm going to give you so much shit. And that's chapter 9. That one was a lot longer than I thought it was. Let me see how long chapter 10 is, because I don't know. Okay, chapter 10 is really short, so let's get into it. Chapter 10 is Lily's point of view. Mom, it's fine, really. I'm holding the phone between my cheek and neck. I'm already at Alyssa's. It's not an inconvenience at all. Are you sure? Rob said he could watch her. No, Rob needs to take care of you. Okay, tell Emmy her nanny is sorry. Nanny? Is that where you're going by now? I'm trying it out, she says. I don't like grandma. She's referred to herself as a grandmother in 4 different ways since Emmy was born, but none of them have stuck yet. Love you, Mom. Hope you feel better. Love you too. I end the call and then grab Emmy out of her car seat. I'm relieved to see Ryle's car isn't in its assigned spot. I wasn't planning on coming to the building where he and Alyssa both have apartments, but my mother and Emmy came down with the same illness this week. When I picked her up from my mother's yesterday, Emmy had a slight fever. It peaked around 2 in the morning and nothing I did helped. It was gone by the time I had to get ready for work today though. But then I hit my mother this afternoon with a vengeance, and I had to go pick up Emmy in the middle of the work day. I had a little bit of panic moment because tonight is my day with Atlas. I thought I was going to have to cancel, but Alyssa saved the day. I didn't tell her why I needed a sitter. I texted her and asked if she could watch Emmy for a few hours this afternoon and into tonight, and she responded with one word: gimme. I warned her that Emmy had a fever last night, but Emmy and Ryle spend so much time together we stopped worrying about one getting the other sick months ago. Since it happens every other week, Emmy probably got the fever from Riley to begin with. I knock on Alyssa's door, and when she opens it, she's immediately grabbing for Emerson. Come here, she says. She pulls Emerson to her and squeezes her. She smells so good. Riley doesn't smell like a baby anymore. Makes me sad. She pushes the door open to invite me in, and when I walk inside, holding the diaper bag, Alyssa finally registers my outfit. Hold up. She points a finger up and down my body. What's this? Why am I babysitting? I really don't want to tell her where I'm going, but it's Alyssa. She reads me better than anyone. She can see the hesitation on my face and takes it for exactly what it is. Is this a date outfit? She whispers it and then closes the front door. Is it the Greek god? Atlas. Yes, please don't tell your brother. Right when I say that, I notice Marshall standing close by in the living room. He immediately covers his ears and says, I heard nothing, I see nothing, la 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 la. He walks through the foyer and disappears into the kitchen. Alyssa brushes his presence off with a wave. He's so good at being neutral, don't worry about him. She motions for me to follow her into the living room. Riley is in a playpen, so Alyssa walks Emmy over to her. Riley, look who's here. Riley smiles when she sees Emmy. The girls are starting to show excitement to each other's presence. I love that they're not too far apart in age. The 6-month gap feels smaller and smaller the older Emmy gets. Where is he taking you? I smooth my hand down my outfit and then flick off a piece of lint. To dinner. But I've never been to this place. I hope I'm not overdressed. Is this your first date with him? You seem nervous. It is our first date, and I am nervous. But it's a different kind of nervous. A good nervous. I know him so well already, so I don't feel like I'm about to have to spend an evening with a stranger. Alyssa studies me for a moment with gentle eyes. You seem excited. I've missed this side of you. Yeah, me too. I bend to give both Emmy and Riley kisses. I I won't be out too late. I have to get back to the shop and close up for Lucy, so he's picking me up there. I should be back around 9:30, so try to keep her up until then if you don't mind. Why are you coming back so early? That's lame. I didn't sleep last night. I'm exhausted. But I don't want to cancel the date, so I'm going to power through. Ugh, motherhood, Alyssa says, rolling her eyes. I'll keep her awake. Go have fun. Drink a coffee. Or 5 hour or something. I've lost count of the number of coffees I've had today. Love you. Thanks for saving the day. I say on my way out the front door. That's what I'm here for. She sings songs. And that's chapter 10. You guys, I'm literally so excited. They're about to go on a date. That means the next chapter is going to be a date chapter. Anytime they interact, anytime they have conversation, I literally get butterflies in my stomach. Like, how sad is that? I have no life that I'm getting excited about fictional characters talking. Let's not talk about it. Honestly though, you guys, these chapters were really cute. I really enjoy when they interact. It's just something about them two together. I'm here for it. I hope that you guys enjoyed these 2 chapters, and I will see all of you in my next one. I love you. Bye.